First round of disc golf here in 2024. 45 degrees, no wind, perfectly sunny out here. Let's get after it. So just so you know where I'm starting in my disc golf journey, I went out probably 7 or 8 times during the late fall. My best round on the short tees at the course that I'm at was +3. So my goal this year is to shoot around under par on the long tees. Got a long way to go for 2024. Fortunately for someone new like me, at the end of each year, they mow down like all the tall grass and bushes and stuff. So right now, because nothing's grown back yet, I have a pretty much open course. So if I can't shoot at least my last year's personal best with no hazards like at all, then I'm in rough shape. A huge group of 4 just teed off in front of me while I was walking up to the tee box. So I'm gonna start on the back 9, which is, I think, a lot harder than the front. So hole 10, basket is just like right behind this tree, right there. It says it's 250, it's a par 3. I don't know if I believe that it's 250, but I also suck at disc golf, so like, could be part of it. End of a strike. So I realized why I said it was 250, because I still had the UDisc app on hole 1 like an idiot. So got to move it to hole 10. 198, going with the Luna. Probably a good thing it hit that tree actually, because that was going way over. Not bad. You gotta take your time. I'm filming and stuff and stop it, so take your time.
Fair enough. It's a good jog though.
Opening hole bogey, which I'm not really that mad about it on that hole, because like I said, I'm not a long thrower. So at this point, that hole for me is just like trying to par, but whatever, we'll get there one day. Next hole, par 3, 349 feet. Probably gonna go with the Lariat here. Not terrible. Should be able to par it. I'm gonna go ahead and make an early excuse for myself. On Tuesday of last week, so I coached baseball for high school team, assistant coach. And I was demonstrating a drill and tweaked my hamstring. And it's only the second hole. I'm already starting to feel it, but it's just my excuse for the day. We're in par territory. All right, I'm going through a stretch of birdieable holes for me over the next, I'd say, 3 or 4 holes. So I'm gonna try and come away with 2 birdies in the next 5 holes. And yeah, maybe I'll feel confident in my ability to throw these circular objects. Only 212, got some danger on the left. So I'm gonna go kind of like a high arching wizard. Let's see what happens. What I wanted, but not long enough. $13 again is probably my best chance on this course for a birdie. So see what happens. I'll probably throw the Luna here and just let it rip. Probably within 15 feet, need a birdie. Best of the day so far. I am probably 20, maybe 15, 20 feet away. Decent chance to birdie. Let's see what happens. Is another short one, 212. I'd kind of go either way. Go Wizard hyzer or Luna Anheuser. I think I'm gonna go Wizard hyzer though. Way too high. I didn't know there because the wind was blowing really hard. Hyzer. I didn't know if I go Wizard hyzer and let the wind ride, or throw a Luna like super hard Anheuser, but let the wind knock it down a little bit. I don't know. Still figuring out the ins and outs to what I like to throw best, because I've been in this for a while. So probably another like 25-foot putt or so. Just gonna try and keep it close to the basket, walk away with the par. Got hole 15. 226. I've left 2 Wizards short in a row now, so we'll go with a Luna, see what happens. There's a little path right behind the basket, and I hit the basket, so I think I skipped over just a little bit. Honestly, the throw was perfect. Like a little super hard Anheuser. But I think I'm probably gonna be 15 or so feet behind the basket. So, okay, that's one thing I really have to get dialed is my distances. Like, I'm really starting to learn how to shot shape. So like I can move it hyzer, Anheuser, or like learn to throw with what the disc is supposed to throw. But I don't really have control of my distances yet. So this shot is like literally right on a creek's edge, so I'm not gonna film this one. And I probably should have, because it's a really good putt. I didn't make it, but considering the angle I was throwing from, it's not too bad. So, all right, 4 putts in a row, can't complain. And if you're watching the video thinking, my gosh, 212, 230, 250 par 3s, and he can't birdie those? Yeah, that's what you're dealing with here. I'm basically a grandmaster disc golf player, I don't know. Next hole is like kind of medium length and straight. I think I'm gonna throw a hex here. Just try to go a little Anheuser and let it finish soft to the left. That is if I throw it right. Got my hex here. One of my buddies did that for me. A little screen printing action, pretty sweet. But when I come away from these par 3s, as long as my drive gets me a manageable approach that I can put it within 10 feet, that's fine. This hole's getting ugly. And that's kind of the story of why I haven't been able to finish even or less yet, because there's like one hole every round that just destroys me. Like, that one right there, pretty decent drive, just a nice easy lay it in, hit a tree with a putt, then airmail, oh, just dropped, then airmail one, then clang one, and before you know it, you double bogey a 246 foot hole. So fun times. Number 17, probably the easiest hole, but again, I tend to overthink these ones, so let's see what happens. 227, I'm gonna probably just go a soft Luna here. It was a great throw, but what sucks is if all the weeds and stuff were up right now and the boundaries were painted, I'd have been out of bounds. All right, hole number 18, 315 feet, par 3. It's a pretty sharp anhyzer, so the only disc in my bag that's like adequate at all for this is a Leopard, but its speed is only a 7. So this is one disc that, or one type of shot I need to probably have a better disc for. So we'll see what happens. I would say about this time is when I usually start to get pretty down on myself. Even though like I'm so new at this, I probably shouldn't be. Like last year, I think I played 7-8 rounds. Like I'd have to check UDisc, but I didn't hardly play at all. But I get so pissed at not being able to do this well. So I need to just chill out. Well, no idea where that disc went. I don't know how. Everything's shaved down, but well, that's one that I found that the owner didn't want anymore, so I guess I'm not too depressed about it. Just kind of picked a spot, gonna throw from here, see what happens. It's like if I don't try to completely yank an anhyzer, this wizard, it freaking floats up in the air for me, so I don't know, not feeling it today. But I also need to chill because it's literally my first round of the year, so just pissed. So I found my Leopard and it's literally right here from the basket. The only way I can conceive that that happened was that somebody like saw it on the right side of the tree that it went around and threw it back. Like I don't know, I can't imagine that it actually went like this because that was not the flight path at all. Oh well, I'll take it, I guess. All right, back around to hole 1. Last time I was out here, I lost 2 discs on this hole because there's water to the right and my round prior was pretty solid. So I decided to be an idiot and try and like make some really amazing throws, and it didn't work out that way. So instead of throwing an anhyzer, which was probably my problem in the first place, trying to anhyzer that and then yanking it into the water, I'm just gonna throw a nice little hyzer because there's a little bank that it goes against, and just hope I don't lose any discs. I'm going hex because this one always finishes left, and I don't want to risk throwing it short and yanking one in the water. All right, up on the bank, safe territory. I'll consider that a win because I didn't lose a disc, and that was one of the ones my buddy screen printed for me. So he'd probably been pretty pissed if I texted him this afternoon. Told him I lost one. So, all right, let's get out of here with a par on this hole. I hate when I'm throwing near water. Fine with that. Don't want to end up in the water, so I'm fine with that. All right, so far, still +3 on the round through 10 holes, and I mean, there's not a ton of danger on this front 9, so like as long as I don't have an egregious hole like I did on the last one, I should be fine to at least throw some pars and a couple birdie opportunities. There's a par 4 on the front, so I will have at least a shot there. This next hole is a little farther, like in my book for a par 3. Like the distance is a little too far from me. And it's really windy with anhyzer with a hyzer right now. So, but like it's one of those holes I have to practice throwing my driver because like there's not enough danger, so I can let it loose. So this is 305 from the short tees. I'm just gonna sound insane, but I'm gonna throw my Shrike because I don't throw it very far, and see what happens. It's just so annoying. Like, I don't know. It just pisses me off that those discs I can't throw very far. Like, I should be able to throw a 13 speed farther than my freaking 3-speed Luna, but whatever. And that'll be a bogey, so sucks. +4 now through 11. I really need to find a birdie out here somewhere. It says 218. Hole is about right down there. I'm gonna try and get a nice little a hard anhyzer on it. I don't know. Getting discouraged. Such a good throw, ruined by the friggin' tree again. Yay. 207 anhyzer. Going Luna for days here. Hole is like right down here around that tree. Right next to the basket. Also, this was the hole that used to be a par 4, I guess. It's not anymore. So kind of put a damper on the mood when I got up to the tee box. And it was like, oh yay, par 3. And it's 316, which I know it's not that far for experienced disc golfers, but I gotta figure out how to throw my distance ones. Like that one I threw a strike and like the throw felt good, but it was just started way offline and finished left. Like it didn't turn at all. So needless to say, the moral of this round is I gotta get out and play more. I can't even film this one because it's back in a pine tree. So see you on the other side of this hole. +5 through 14 now. I need to find 2 birdies somewhere in the last 4 holes. But again, like I said, my best round last year was +3, and that was my last round of like the really late fall, right before it started getting really cold. So like if I went +5, +6, if I could shave off a stroke every 2 rounds, you know, I don't have to go out very often to at least be ahead of where I was last year. So, oh well, I feel progress. Like I just need to eliminate some stupid approach shot mistakes. Like my drives and throws and everything, honestly, they feel pretty good. It's like my second shots that I'm not giving myself a chance at pars and birdies. So, but all right, pretty short hole coming up here. Par 3 across water. I usually throw my wizard on this one, but we'll see how I'm feeling at the box. Good call. Lost my balance here a little bit, but this should be a birdie. I might have spoke a little prematurely as I'm getting up here. It was a little shorter than I thought it would be. I mean, like I still have a decent shot at a birdie putt, but like seeing it now, I'm like, okay, if I walk away with a par, I won't be mad. But we'll see. That's all right, par. I need to give myself more holes like that though, like just a nice stress-free par. If I could get to that point on the short tees, then I'll move it back to the longs and start figuring that out. But like, until I get to the point where every hole, or at least the majority of the holes, is like a nice stress-free par, I'll probably stay at the shorts for a while to keep working on my game. Should I just quit my job and go pro now? Ah, that feels good. Finally got a birdie under my belt. And what was nice is like, I had to actually make a decent putt. It's always fun to have a stress-free birdie. Of course, I've only had like 3 of those in my entire playing career. But it's nice to nail a good putt, get some confidence going for the next hole. All right, if I can birdie either 8 or 9 and then par the other, then I'd be at +3, which would be my first round of 24. And that would be my best round of 23. So I'd be way ahead. So let's see what happens. Going with the trusty Luna here. Really need that to finish left one of these times. Good throw though, I have a good birdie putt. I'm really starting to dial in my Luna and be able to manipulate it however I want to. Like some discs, even though like I have what the numbers say on them, some discs I don't like it doesn't do what the numbers say it should do. So, but my Luna, I'm really starting to dial that particular disc in, which is good because the course that I play has a decent amount of like necessary anhyzer throws for a righty. I'm sorry, yeah, anhyzer for a righty. So like, it's good that I'm dialing that because I can use it on almost every hole on the course, like to stay out of trouble or anything. So I'm dialing that, and then honestly, I just need to get out one day and throw like 150 drivers and just like get one nailed. So, all right, hey, let's go get a birdie. Okay, so disappointing putt there. That should have been a birdie. Once I got up and realized how close I was, that should have been a birdie. But either way, +4 going into the last hole, and 292, little bit of water. I've historically had decent success on this hole because this is like the only course I play, so I say historically. But you know, we'll see. I'll probably throw a shrike or something and just try to let it rip, and then, you know, see what happens. Just try to walk away with the par here and finish up my round. Hey, got a little shot. I think part of my problem is, now that I'm confident with my lower flight, like a little bit more understable discs, is that I tend to throw those ones harder. Like for instance, my Luna, I let that one rip because I'm confident in what's gonna happen with it. So I've really dialed it. But like my drivers, because I'm so afraid of hyzering the crap out of them so bad that they end up on another hole, I kind of am gentle with those, and I know I shouldn't be. So like I said earlier, I just need to get out and throw like 1,000 of them and just start learning to let them rip. And then hopefully by the end of the spring, going into the summer, I'll have some more confidence throwing about long discs. It's okay. Right under the basket. Nice, easy par to finish out. Well, I'm back in the car now, and like I said, I'm not too mad about it. Like, I want to play better. Like, that's the one thing how I know I'm like really starting to love disc golf is like, I don't want to just go out and have fun. Like, I want to freaking be good at it. So, but my best round last year was +3 on the same exact like short tees at this particular course, which is the one I play almost every time. And then so far, that's my first round of the year. It's only February. My goal is to shoot around on the short tees here under par. So -1 or better by June 1st. That's like my ultimate goal. And then after that, maybe I'll move back to the long tees and set a goal for the end of the year. But yeah, thanks for tagging along. My first video of the year, I'm gonna try and play 1 round a week at least and get a YouTube video uploaded, get a decent amount of TikToks uploaded throughout the week too, just with different shots from the round. So hope you guys follow along, and yeah, have a good one.